Has no self-awareness when it comes to staying on track.
What was the obstacle for you that presented itself when you were like, maybe I should think of something different? There had to have been something, like you either got sick of it, you wanted more. We know a little bit, like I know a little bit of your stories. Sure. Like I'm not trying to like get at things, but like what was it that was like, oh, maybe I should look into something else? And then we know the story for those who haven't listened. Back, I don't know how many episodes now. Josh's full story.
Funny that it sounded aggressive. Like for those of you,
that's not what this is about. Like, this is just about self-awareness. So but what was it that led you to just thinking outside of BMX? Because that's what you said earlier consumed us.
So at least for me, at one point, and I know for you, it was BMX. Like this, I live and breathe it. And for me, I knew at one point I was like, I'm never gonna stop this. I'm just gonna like keep riding and I'm just figure it out.
That changes.
I know. So it got to this point where I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings, and this is before I started flipping phones. So I was like not making much money. Like it was a very awful job. And I mean, outside of like the women being there, but but anyways, everything else sucked. So anyways,
the wings were alright.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they're not.
Anyways,
that's what I remember.
So I remember being in this like lost state of mind where I was like, what do I do next? Like, what's the answer? And I call myself like more of a realistic thinker. I kind of try to look for the exact answers, stuff that's been proven or some sort. So. Not saying I'm not religious, but I more believe in energy than anything. So my buddy Craig, Craig Mass, and he's like,
shout out to Craig Mass.
What up, dude?
Funny flares back when, like 2000,
he was like
2009?
He was the first one doing them, basically.
2010, and then Keith McElhaney took it to the vert, but Craig Mass.
But anyways, I remember like Craig and I would hang out all the time. We'd have these conversations, and we're both kind of like trying to figure out that answer, right? Like what is it? What's going on? And I remember like one day he's like, "Yo, I found this movie. You gotta watch it." And it sounds so corny, but like now that I look back, it's like it was a major turning point for me.
What was the movie?
It was the Law of Attraction, like The Secret.
I just started it for the first time like a couple weeks ago on Netflix, and I didn't finish it for whatever reason.
I've never seen it.
But I hear it referenced all the time. But I mean, I read Think and Grow Rich, and like the secret, I feel like, is like thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Self-awareness, consciousness.
Thinking about what you want.
But I basically, what ended up happening was we both watched it. I was like, dude, this totally makes sense. Da, da, da.
What year was that you guys watched it? Roughly,
a long time ago.
Because he told me to watch Food Matters after my brain surgery in 2010.
Yeah.
We were really
full of documentaries.
Yeah, it was because of Craig.
It might have been.
Honestly, sorry to cut you off, but like Craig is probably the catalyst of like my whole journey into nutrition. Like,
sounds like his too.
Yeah, that's what.
You guys should send him a
but
goddamn bouquet
what was interesting
of bacon roses.
Craig was always
or
talking about. He's like, all right, what's energy? Always has been, can never be destroyed.
Yeah.
Always will be.
We used to talk about this every night.
What is God?
All the time, yeah.
Always has been, is everything, just like energy, can't be destroyed, can't be created, always will be. And he was like,
Craig on the podcast.
Yeah, no, Craig's great.
Yeah.
Sorry, but like,
no, you're good.
So Craig got you to watch the documentary.
Yeah, and you asked what year it was. I can't remember.
It was probably like 2010 to 12.
9, 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't 12. I was already gone, I believe.
Really? Okay, so it's probably 2010 or 11.
Yeah.
Because 2009, that's when I was still at the apartments down the road from you and Robbie.
Okay, so that might have been
and
10.
It's like we'd all be hanging out, and I'd fall asleep on your couch, wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and ride my bike back home, and then we'd go to work.
Yeah.
Josh has no self-awareness when it comes to staying on track.
No, I have this in my mind. This is the point of the podcast, is reminiscing about old times of us just being like young kids.
Man, we did. You reminded me last time I was here. You're like, man, we used to work doing landscape. I'm like, oh my god.
Shout out to Creeches.
That was horrible.
Yeah, we'd get up at
labor.
We'd get up and meet up at like what 6:30 and drive 45 minutes just to drive back with his trucks and stuff back to the town we lived in and work, and then drive back out to get our cars.
I was very self-aware that is not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
To be fair, we were putting in work though. We were hustling. We were hustling BMX and we were working.
Creatures,
and then we'd like get other random weird part-time jobs here and there.
Yeah.
Didn't you work at Chili's once?
No.
Who was that? Someone.
Was that Kyle that worked there?
I think so. Because you also had Robbie and Colin staying with you from PA and New Jersey.
Yeah.
The younger riders.
Or Delaware.
Delaware. Robbie was from
Jersey,
Delaware. Yeah. Shout out to Robbie Downward. I haven't talked to him in a minute. But yeah, so Craig shows you the secret, and then that's when you have this epiphany that you're like, maybe I should do something different. Maybe that's thought. Well, and maybe let's get out of BMX.
You know, and what's interesting is like, you know how Jackie was talking about, going with your gut.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like so new to really just being exposed to all this new information, you don't know what the hell your gut even feels like at this point because you're so stimulated.